let's get started. We all know everyone's time is precious, so let's get into it. So, good morning, everyone. Today we're going to talk about website must-haves, and I guess it's a fairly hot topic, and it has been for a number of years now. And reality is the web actually, an integral part of business? I believe it is. I believe, everyone needs a website. And it's really funny. I read an article just last night to say, you know what, social media is pushing the need out for websites. Personally, I think that's a hogwash. I don't think social media at all will ever replace websites. I still believe we'll always need websites in our business. And it was actually quite an interesting article. And guys, if you want anything that I'm talking about today sent to you, I'm going to show you a whole heap of websites. I'm going to show you how to do a whole heap of stuff. I'm going to be very hands-on today. If you want anything, for instance, that article about social media and all of that, just either send me an email or just let me know in the questions box that you'd love all of this type of stuff, and exactly what you need. I'm more than happy to send it to you. So, welcome on the WWWs. And guys, I always like to give a disclosure on any webinar that I do. And this is a big warning. This webinar is designed to give you some great insights into your business website, and we do take full responsibility for the positive changes to your business after you implement these ideas and learnings. So, guys, I just wanted to give you that warning to kick off the day, and let's just go and enjoy. Now, just a couple of things, guys. If you want to minimize your screen so you can get back to your emails and your Facebook while you're listening to the webinar, hopefully you're not doing that. But anyway, if you want to, the minimize screen on is there. You raise your hands roughly around this area here on the bar, and if you type in any questions, put it in the questions comments down here, and we'll go from there. Throughout the webinar, I'm definitely going to be talking to you guys and asking questions, and if you want anything answered, just let me know. Every time I go to a new page, I'll look to see if there's any questions in there. I will talk to you about the rules in a second. Guys, just a bit about me. Quite simply, been in around small business for a very, very long time. I worked at companies that had, over 10,000 employees back in my earlier years. But most of the time I've been dealing with small businesses, installing accounting software for a big chunk of my time into businesses, working technology, getting the accounting software to work on websites, etc., until I sort of like found my calling. I've loved teaching. I've taught martial arts for a very long time now, and I love teaching. I love teaching business owners on how they grow their business, what strategies we need to put in place, and keeping up to date what's happening. Guys, a bit of fun. This is just some of me training at the beginning of the year, having fun, taking people around and smashing them around a tiny bit, having a bit of kicking, and for a bit of an old fart, I can still move okay, would be a good way to put it. So, guys, throughout this webinar, what I'm actually going to ask you, and here's a couple of requests for you. One, I want some interaction if possible. If you want to share your website, I'm happy to bring your website on screen and share it with everyone, and take you through any ideas that you might have. There's some tools here that I can actually show you exactly where your website is positioned, and how it's positioned out there in the World Wide Web. And I'm going to show you all of those tools so you can actually find out, so you can monitor exactly what's happening. And monitor and go from there. So, guys, I'm going to be asking for stuff, and thank you very much, Robbie, for already putting your web there. More than happy to. The other thing is, guys, let's just focus on this today. I'm going to try and keep this less technical. As you know, when you talk to some techos, they go all this technical talk. I'm going to try and speak to you in English. So, let's keep it simple. But if you don't understand something, just ask the questions, guys. I'm happy to make sure you get the best out of this webinar. That's extremely important. So, guys, what I'm going to do now is just quickly ask a poll really, really quickly. I just want to find out exactly how much of your business do you believe is coming from your website? So, guys, I've actually launched that poll. Could you just go whack in there? How much business do you believe is coming from your business website? And how much do you actually get? Just put a tick on there at the moment. Okay, 43% of you guys have voted. Let's keep going, guys. I know there's a few of you guys on the call, so cool. All right, 10 more seconds, guys, if you don't mind. We've got a lot to cover today. All right, 64% of you guys have voted. All right, couple more people, guys. That will do. All right, this is quite an interesting statistic, and I'll be honest, guys, I didn't realize it would actually be this. I thought it would be a lot different to this. All right, I'm going to close the poll, guys, and then share the results with you. Guys, if you're looking on screen now, you can see only 71% of you guys voted, but you can see here that less than 10% of your business is coming through your website. And guys, I'm going to ask you this at the end of the day. Raise your hands up if you would like a lot more coming from your website. Because I actually found that statistic very, very interesting that you actually did that. And yeah, guys, I can see a lot of hands up at the moment. 20% is 11 to 30%, 10% is 31 to 50, and 10% unsure. And I'm going to show you how you can actually work that out, by the way, guys. That's one of the tools that we're going to work on today. So wow, that's quite interesting. For everyone on the call, 60% has less than 10% of business coming through the actual website, which more than likely tells me more of the traditional points of signage if you've got a retail shop, or referrals, or traditional marketing is probably out there working a lot more for you. And reality is the web can be a very, very cost-effective marketing strategy. And let's actually go through and show you why it can be. So guys, let's get stuck into it. Let's talk about the 7 website must-haves. Now, the problem that I've got with this webinar as I was actually building it is I can't keep it to 7. That's almost impossible. So what I've done is I've chunked the 7 into different areas, and I'm going to take you into a bit of detail on each of those areas straight up. So the first things that we need to have a look at, must have point ones, is the actual website itself. And that's what I'm going to take you through now. First point of call, does your website have an excellent call to action? Are you asking people to get and to do something when they actually hit your website? One of the things that I find, especially going into small business, is they get their websites built and it's all about them, but they're not actually asked to actually do something with that. The website is there. It looks great. It looks pretty. Some great images, some great wording, but there's no call to action to actually get them to do something. There might be a contact us now up the top with a phone number, but have you got something in there to actually say, do something? What is it that we're actually going to do or get them to do? A lot of people just build these brochure sites, but with no real call to action. And it needs to be big. It needs to be out there. And guys, I'm going to show you a website right now if my technology works absolutely fine. This gentleman is the name of James Franco. You can see him here right there. He actually brings in over $2 million a year off this website alone. It's been going for quite a while. And the reason I'm bringing it up is because he's got some great little simple call to actions that don't costs the earth. So, you can see here is, free training reveals how to get more sales. Click here. There's a free business course if you want it. There's a membership that you want it. There's products. There's interviews. Send me some training, and it's asking for some details. One of the things that we want to have a look at for your website is, are you actually asking them to do something, or is it just there as a brochure to say, hey, look, this is who we are. This is what we're all about. There is no reason, or there's no a website should actually ask someone to do another type of commitment. Ask them to do something. Get them to actually go somewhere else so they can actually be interactive with the website. And a lot of the times we miss that point of having a very, very good call to action in place. So, guys, it's one of these things that we need to have a look at. Now, I'm just looking at some of the comments from that you've brought up already, guys. thank you, Rebecca, because you only launched your website last week. Awesome work. Glad to hear it. And Robbie's actually on his way to building his own. So, Robbie, first point is make sure you get a good call to action. And for Robbie, word of mouth has been the best marketing. And I agree with that, guys. Word of mouth always will be. But you know what? On your website, please have a good call to action. Have something in there to make life easy for someone to actually do something else. And I'm going to take you through on point number 2, which I'll tell you what it is now. It's about a commitment objective of your website on how to actually do that. I'll go into a bit more depth on this fairly easily, fairly quickly. So the next part of this one is, you know what, your website needs to be all about your prospects, your customers, or something to that effect. So many times we love talking about ourselves. We love talking about, we've been founded since 1999, and in that time we have done this, and this, and we're all about this. And yes, that's great, but you know what? If you can't identify within the first 3 to 5 seconds exactly what you do and how you're going to help your customer, then you're going to lose them most of the time. So reality is, on the homepage, you need something immediately to say exactly what you actually do. You need to actually just say, hey, this is what we do, and then this is what you're going to benefit from it. And you want to make it all about them. If you read it and find that there's all wording about you and not about the actual customer, or the benefits that you can provide the customer, or clearly identify exactly what you do straight up, then you're probably going to lose the customer. They're going to have to scroll through pages to find out your products and services, and more than likely you're going to lose them. So have a look at the content, have a look at how your banners are, have a look at exactly what you actually do. And some of the sites that I've been working with recently, this is one that we've just finished, is we actually clearly identify straight away that we want more traffic to our website, more customers, more sales, and what we actually provide straight away. Business Wi-Fi, which is amazing technology, by the way, guys. I was quite impressed when I was actually working with this client. SEO services, local services, local SEO services, and hosting. Make sure you're clear on exactly what you actually do straight up. And I mean straight up, guys. It's very important to actually engage your customer on your website straight away. And that's extremely, extremely important. So, Robbie, thanks for that feedback. You get it now. So, very, very important we do that. Now, the next thing is Google are out there making changes, and they've made a big change over the weekend, last weekend already. Another panda update, penguin update, some type of animal update, any which way. It was panda. Pretty sure it was panda. Anyway, at the end of the day, one of the keys with getting your website up there and all of that is purely content. Guys, at the end of the day, we need content on your site, and that whether be inside your pages, whether you're actually going to start writing blogs, but content is the key to a must-have good website. And you can be punished for the amount of content that you've actually got on there. If you've only got pages with only 100 words of content, some great images, Google's going to look at that and say, hey, we don't like you anymore. So they're going to actually refer those sites down. So one of the key is to actually get content. And one of the things that I do personally in my own business, and I'm working on quite a few clients that are actually doing this now, even though they don't like doing it, but they are doing it. The way I actually get content on my website is, I've never been great at sitting down, writing words and typing words and all of that, but I'm very good at being able to talk and just talk and talk exactly like I'm doing now. I'm not reading notes, guys. I'm not doing anything. I'm just talking at the moment. And what I can do is I can easily record a 10-minute video about some topic, send it to my virtual assistant, who will actually type that up and then whack it up as a blog straight away. And one of the easy things to do to get a whole heap of content done, guys, if you're not into sitting down and writing words after words after words, record it and just get someone to transcribe it. All of these blogs on my personal website that you can actually see here coming up, They're all videos and they've all been transcribed, and Google absolutely loves them. I see, all of this content here is a 4 or 5 minute video that's just been created and loaded up on the site. And all it is a transcription of exactly what I'm saying. So, guys, there's so many cool ways that you can actually get content up there that Google are actually going to go and find. All of that is just transcription of me talking to actually get a whole heap of content on there very, very easily and out to the marketplace. And imagine doing a 5 minute video once a week that gets transcribed, and it doesn't have to be perfect because you can actually reword it and load it up on your website within a minute. How much content can you actually derive? And since I've been doing this in the last year and a bit, I've got over, how many blogs do I actually have? 37 plus 4 plus 6. I've got a lot of content up there, and it's starting to drive a lot of traffic to my website. So, and it's working for other clients as well about getting all of these blogs and content up there. So, guys, one of the things that you need to start focusing on is getting some good content. There are other ways you can get actually people to write the content for you, especially if you don't have time. And, guys, who wants to be sitting there and modifying your website week in, week out? You've got better things to do like sell to customers and maintain your businesses. So, you've got to find smart ways to actually get content written. If you want a hand with that, just email me. I'm more than happy to actually show you different ways on how to get some powerful content up on your website quite easily. So, all right, moving on. Now, here is a big one. I've recently, and if you've gone onto my Facebook pages, you'll see some articles on there recently about the latest changes to Google and the SEO algorithms and all of that. One of the biggest things is they're looking for responsive websites. And if you don't know what a responsive website, it means it actually works on all different platforms, whether it's an iPad, whether it's a phone, and all of that. And Google can tell if it actually is a responsive website or not. They can see if it's actually going to work on a phone, because they don't want to put websites up onto the top page of Google, especially if you're searching for stuff on your iPhone or your smartphone, if it's not a responsive website. They've actually just written to say they don't want to actually see that. And one of the things when you're looking at a responsive website, here's a very good client of mine's website, is if you can actually drag your website. Oops, I got my email still up. Sorry about that, guys. That should have been closed. If you actually drag your corners in, you can see that the website actually goes into responsive mode, and effectively, it actually looks very well. It's very, very easily worded. And no matter the size of the screens, no matter the size of anything, it will actually make the website look absolutely awesome and keep it same and make it look how it needs to. So, guys, one of the things is go and check your iPhone. If your website comes up on your smartphone, and it does, like, it's small writing and all of that, then your site's not responsive. Or drag over, like I did there, drag your browser into a small little screen and make sure your website still fits into that area. So, guys, that is going to be a must-have, and it is a must-have now. Responsive websites are extremely important to actually start looking at, because that's where the algorithms are, where they are. Do I need mobile if I have a responsive site? No. Bit more information, Robbie. If it's a responsive site, it means it will work on all mobiles. Or do you mean, do I have to actually have a site specifically designed for a mobile site? Look, I'm going to answer that. At the moment, I'm going to say no. Don't go and spend extra money on building two different sites. I personally would just keep it responsive, because if you actually set your pages up correctly, which I'm going to show you how to do in a minute, very, very important that you actually just keep them. The one site will do fine, especially for small business at the moment. I wouldn't go and invest a whole heap of money on getting two different types of sites built just at this stage. That's, again, no, that might change from Google's perspective, but that's I'm going to say no to that at the moment. So, Guys, just give me a raise of hands. We're going good so far, just making sure we're all good. We're understanding everything we're talking about, and you're getting some really cool information. All right, so they're the must haves for websites at the moment. Calls of actions, make sure you get a lot of content in there, and make sure you're getting a responsive design because that's exactly what search engines are looking for at the moment. All right, let's move on to point two. We need to start having a look at your commitment objective. And a lot of people go, oh, I need a website. I better go get some done. They go to a website designer. Hey, I need a website done. Can you actually go get it done for me? And then all of a sudden they get this nice brochure site done. They dump it onto their hosting. And next thing you know, they send an email out saying, hey, we got a new website to all their customers. And that's it, right? What is your commitment objective? And I want you to think about this now and please add it to the questions. What is your commitment objective of your website? And what is a commitment objective? What is the outcome you would like to see your website have for your prospects, leads, or anything? What is the commitment objective for your particular website? And have a think about this, guys. And it's very important to actually understand this point. What is your commitment objective? What is your outcome? Do you want someone to buy product? Could be an answer. Do you want someone to go, hey, I need to actually talk to these guys and build their interest up? What is it that they actually need to do when they actually hit your website? And very important that we actually forget to understand that. And I want you to go and have a look at your website after this webinar and go, what is my commitment objective of my website? And am I clearly identifying that commitment objective? And this is really, really, really important to actually understand. So, guys, have a look at your commitment objective for your website. And then what we actually need to do is link that commitment objective on your site to your actual prospects, your customers, your leads, so it all links together. So it's clearly there that this is your commitment objective for your website. And, how do we actually do that? Now, guys, I'm going to take you through a few websites that are just, I find very, very good, very great, and I want you to actually see the differences. Here's a website here. And this is my actual banking website. They've recently changed this in the last 3 weeks or so. And, I just find it a very good, clear looking website. And you can get everything you need to straight away, straight there. It's all there, what you actually need. And then we have a look at another site, for instance, this one. I personally don't like this one. It is way too actual busy. I think there's no clear objective or commitment objective on this website at all. You have to scroll through and read a whole heap of information to get to exactly where you actually want. They have done some good things, and I'm going to show you this Facebook icon here. So I'm going to show you how you can actually put that on your own website really easily. But this is way too busy. But then we have a look at our GoToMeeting. Have a look at the GoToMeeting. It is clear. It is very, very clear. It's got some very good commitment objectives in only a couple of lines with some call to actions that are fairly straightforward. Start your 30-day free trial now. No credit card required. No obligation. A lot of the times we try and put way too much information on our websites without actually making it extremely clear on what they need to do straight at the first page. And honestly, guys, websites nowadays, and this is a definitely must have, your commitment objective needs to be clear. Less is more. The old days of building websites was let's try and throw as much information on and just let everything know what we've done. Some of you guys on the call sell more than one product, sell more than multiple services. I sell multiple services, but you need to be 100% clear on your commitment objective that less is way more. If you've got a site at the moment and it is cluttered, try and break it down. Try and make it very, very clear on what to do. And this is really important to actually understand. And let me go to those sites that I was just showing you then, just to take you in a bit more information. This is what it looks like on my screen. Contact us. Do you have any questions? And locate us. We can log into my online banking. That would be pretty dismal if you actually saw what was in there. But anyway, and then you've got your menu items up the top. So, but if you scroll down, you'll notice there is way more information at the bottom, and highlighting exactly more. But you can't see that when you first go onto the actual site. And this is very important that we actually keep the top part of your websites very, very clear, and very decisive on exactly what you actually offer. And then you can have more information down the bottom. And again, we can scroll down and there's way more information, but it's still very clear, very, very neat. And these are where websites are going, guys. Very, very simplistic websites, that are clear. That doesn't mean there's no content there. There is plenty of content, especially if you actually drill down into a lot of the menu items and you go into it a bit more, and there'll be heaps and heaps of content there. So, guys, make sure you have a look at your site, and if you are in the middle of redesigning it, one of the things is make less is more. I think that's a very critical key. And guys, if you're on last month's webinar, if not, you can go onto the website and actually download last month's webinar. We talked about videos, and videos are a big part of websites these days, from social rankings to everything. So, video is less is more. You can put in a 1 minute video way more than a full page of content. So having a video up is very important. You can give a lot more information across and be clear about your commitment objective by doing videos. And if you like the animation videos, guys, you can actually create animation videos these days off Fiverr, and voiceovers and all of that for $20 to $30, quite easily. So you don't have to spend the earth anymore on actually getting videos done. I just record videos. If you're on my webinar last month, I just record a quick video. I make all the mistakes in the world, send it to a video editor over in the United States there, and effectively they just record it. They just edit it, break it all down, and create a really professional video. Then it goes to my VA, they transcribe it. Next thing you know, it's up, and all I've done is spend 7 minutes to get new content on my website that gets reach fairly easily. So these are the things that we need to look at, guys, to make your life a lot easier. But I want to reiterate this point. What is your commitment objective for your website? Because that's going to actually lead us into your must-have point number 3. And quite simply, what is your sales funnel for your website? And guys, I'm gonna use something a bit different now. I'm actually gonna write on my screen for you, as soon as I can get this up. So just bear with me in my technology. There we go there, and let me just close that and open up that and go like that, go like that. Woo! All right, everyone should be able to see my iPad now. Let me just go there. Let me go there. All right. Quite simply, guys, what I'm talking about is sales funnel, and this is all part of your commitment objective. Have your members do something. Remember, we talked about the call of action? We want to actually provide the ability for your customers, to be able to work up this scale. And my good friend Andrew Roberts and Tucky Moore taught me this a couple of years ago, about what you actually want to do with your website to actually get them. And what you want to do is offer all your prospects something maybe for free. It might be contact us for a free 15-minute appointment. Do something, free business training. You can see from that Super Fast Business website, if I actually go back to it again, you can see here that it's offering get more sales. Here is a free training. Come and check out our products, a free business course. There is all of this information for free that you can be providing. And the whole idea of that is to actually track contact details. And this is very, very important to understand. You want to actually get their contact details, because once you actually have their contact details, you can then sell them up into something else that you might have, or you can contact them about something else you might be having. You might do workshops. You might have a open day coming up in your salon. You might have a VIP club that they might want to actually join. It's very clear to understand what you actually want them to do as the next steps. And you won't get everyone signing up on them, but at least you've now got their contact details to do something. And then from there, you might want to sell them into, a package that you might actually have. And then, of course, as we go up the scale, you can actually, get them interested in maybe your creme de la creme product up here. The problem that we've got, if this was sales, and this was marketing, at the end of the day, guys, if we look at dollars to get your creme de la creme product out there, a lot of people have to spend a lot of dollars and a lot of marketing to actually go and sell their creme de la creme product. But the sales and return are going to be higher because it's a higher end product. Down here, though, you don't have to spend much at all. And, there won't be any sales down here. But as you actually work them up the funnel, you haven't had to spend all of these dollars up here to actually go and get them to your creme de la creme. And this is important from the commitment objective, your call to action. What can you actually offer? And as I mentioned, I've just finished this site recently, literally last week. And what we're offering here, there's a good call to action. Contact us for a free 15-minute business review. And then if you see all the internal pages inside, we're all talking about a free 15-minute consult. Get started today. And it's actually throughout the site that you want them to actually do something throughout the site about the 15-minute consult. And, as we work through the site, you can see that, we're asking them to do something as we're actually going through. Good call to actions. It doesn't have to be a hard sell, guys. Most of us hate sales and asking for the sale at the end of the day. But if you make it simple and actually offer them that the way up here, and be clear, be clear that this is actually what I'm do. Remember commitment objective. Our commitment objective may get them to actually sell by that, but to get them into that, you have to work through maybe a channel or sales funnel to actually get them there. So definitely important to actually have a look at that. So, guys, did everyone just raise your hands? Is everyone cool with that point? Everyone okay with what we're saying there? Excellent. All right. All right, let's continue on, guys. Let's get into some more of the fun stuff now. This is more probably the technical stuff, but more of the fun stuff. So, guys, at the end of the day, must have point four, and this is updating your website and plus how often. All right, quite simply, let's answer that question. How often should you actually update your website? Well, you know what? It doesn't have to be every day. It can be every day if you want to, but it doesn't have to be every day. Though, the more you update it, put more content on, the more you actually refreshing it, update projects, update pictures, all of that type of stuff, the more you're actually doing that, the more than likely Google's going to go, hey, we love you. Hey, these guys are keeping it interactive. I've seen so many websites that get put up and then effectively, bang, they just get left there. And you know why they get left there is because the website's been built in a way that, that you have to go back to a website designer to actually go in and change a couple of words. The next thing you know, you get a bill for $200 because all of a sudden that website's had to go on and being changed. And you know what, guys, with technology these days, this doesn't need to happen. You can easily put a blog post up. And for instance, if I wanted to actually write a blog post now while you guys are online, sorry, guys, let me go back to PowerPoint because my technology isn't having fun there. Whoa, stay with me. Yay. I'm having fun with technology, everyone. Woohoo, let me escape. Hey, there we go. That's better. All right. So if I go back to where I was, this is the back end of my website. And if I wanted to go and add a new post in there, I'll just show you how quick and easy it is on updating a website. Now, this is WordPress. Some of you guys might have HTML sites. Some of you guys might have Joomla. What you're looking for is your site needs a CMS. And if you can write that down and talk to your web person, if you don't have the ability to do this yourself at the moment, go and talk to your web guy, get your login details for your CMS, and just go and have a little play. You're not going to break anything too much if you actually find the content and go from there. But for me to add a new post on here, um, quite simply, I can add and then I can actually go, webinar is awesome so far, right? And now I can actually go write a whole heap of words. Now I'm going to use the visual editor because with the visual editor, I can actually go and make it bold and change the heading types. This webinar is really awesome. We're having so much fun, blah, 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 blah. I told you my typing isn't the best, as you can see. Put it to a particular category. I'm going to talk about that being business owners. Put some tags in there as well. Or I can actually choose as you get your tags actually up there. You can choose from recent tags. I want to use that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, and off you go from there. And then you just put a picture to it. And effectively, guys, I just hit publish, and this is actually going to go live on my site right now. There's no picture against it, but you can actually go and edit a site or upload content really that easy. If you've got a good CMS in the background to enable you to do that, it doesn't have to be hard to actually go and change stuff you might want to have. Some people have on their websites, I've been in business since 2012 for the last 14 years or whatever. I know that doesn't make sense, but you need to update that ongoing. So have a look at what you can do. So if I actually go back and now have a look at my blogs page, now that that's updated, you will see that there's a new blog on there saying webinar is awesome. That is official out there on the website. Webinar is awesome so far. It's there, but it's also in my all throughout my website, throughout the list. It updates the whole pages throughout the system. If I go and have a look at, let me go into systems, you'll see that that is there on the list as part of, webinar is awesome so far. It goes throughout all the different pages really, really simply, all by a very simple thing called add new, type in a topic, boom, 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 add a couple of pictures, and off you go. It's all actually done for you really quickly with a good CMS. So, guys, one of the things you probably need today, out of today, is ask your web guru if you've got a good CMS in place to be able to actually do this. Um, and look, and Adam, that's a really good point, and let me reiterate that point as well. Guys, if you've actually got your social media hooked up onto your website, that's updating your website as well. It goes here, the latest articles that are actually happening on your website as well. So you can actually see your social media here easily working and running for you that way. And Rebecca, if you use Wix, then great. You can go and update the site yourself. No problems at all. Very, very easy to do. Guys, you've got to make life easy for yourself and not overcomplicate it. But at the same time, we do need to update your website regularly. Google is looking for you to be updating your website on a regular basis, and it is really not hard that to do. Guys, let me take you through the stuff that I've been working on. And if there's one thing, a couple of templates that I stumbled across, actually, my good friend Billy at Magic New Media, who's a web guy, he actually showed me a couple of templates. Guys, for me to actually change my back end of the website these days is just so easy, so phenomenal. If you guys are, especially Robbie, I know you're building a website at the moment. This template is absolutely incredible. Very, very easy to use. Very, very powerful. Let me just bring up my homepage of the back end. And this is a technology that's out there these days, guys, to be able to easily do this yourself without any major challenges and without breaking your site much at all. If you set up a good backup system anyway on your website, which you should have, and if you don't have, ask your web guys, where is my website being backed up? And everyone would go, oh, but we've been promised my website, will never ever go down and all of that. Speak to 60,000 people at Melbourne IT who lost their servers and lost 60,000 websites. So make sure you're backing up. Please add that as a note that needs to be done. But you know what, guys? At the end of the day, this visual builder and websites have this now. Is you know what? Let me just bring up my homepage so I can actually see the difference between the two. Um, using four affordable programs right here. Four affordable programs. Here's the programs that we've actually got. Here is an image over here. Here is some wording over there. Guys, at the end of the day, I can sit there and go, you know what? I want that over there now. I want that over there. I want that wording changed now to. I want that wording changed now to webinar. Good, done, added that wording there. Great. I want that over there now. I want these words over there now. Oops, they should be after the gap. No, there. Having fun. I want that wording there. I want that over there. I'm going to update that now. And again, I can do that throughout the entire site. I can move stuff everywhere. I can add different images. I can change it to however I want, add a quick video at a click of a button. And what you're actually going to find now, guys, is if I refresh that, within how long did that take? Less than a minute. You will see that the site has been updated, wording changed, all of a click of a button with a great couple of templates out there. And as you can see, it's easily swapped. You can change it around. You can add images every single day. If you want to add a testimonial, you would actually just go into testimonials and just say add new and just type in the person's name, just put in a testimonial, hit submit, and it will actually automatically be added to your testimonial page. If you do projects, or if you do, if you're in the beauty industry and you want to put a case study up of all the different projects on how you maybe fix skin or change skin, you can easily come into this portfolio section and just add new. If you have a look at, my other business here, our recently completed websites, I literally just add that to the portfolio section, and then it automatically, let me go into this one. Nice and easy. These templates are just huge. Technology has come this far, guys, that you can actually make simple, easy changes that look way professional without actually having to. It would help to click the button, wouldn't it? um, that all of this wording and all the different projects and slides and images and all of that will take about a minute to update your website. It doesn't take long anymore to actually update websites, or actually have all this information in here really, really simply, really easily. So again, guys, if you're smart, you probably just get your VA to go and do it, and you don't need really high-end web people to go and do it unless you want programming done. Guys, at the end of the day, if you want this full-on website with programming, it's going to cost you, and it may be better call to actions and all of that. But most people don't have the money for it, and just doing something through the site really, really easily. So. Yeah, cool, Robbie. I'll explain that later. And there's actually a training course for $129 on WordPress if you actually do want it. Very, very good training. So just send me an email. I'll actually send you the details on that. So guys, that's updating your website. Has anyone got any more questions on that? Any concerns? Anyone feel, oh my goodness, that's just way too much for me? Just fill me in, guys. Before we move to the next session, I just want to make sure you're okay with that. Couple of seconds. Nope. Okay, good. You guys are still with me, I hope. Excellent. All right, let's move on to point number 5, guys. Now, monitoring your website. It's like anything. You put a website up there, but how do you know if it's actually working? So I'm going to take you through a couple of tools so you can find out exactly what's happening with your website, and go from there. All right, thanks, Kay and Ian. Great, guys. All right, so now these are so important to have on your website. If you're not getting an email every single week about your Google Analytics or what's actually happening on your website, then go and find out. This will tell you how many people have visited your site, where they have actually come from, how many there are. And I'm going to take you through this in a second. But it will actually tell you exactly what's happening out there. So if you want to write these down, guys, I want you to write them down. If you need any more information, again, send me an email. Happy to help. Google Analytics is a must. That will tell you exactly what's happening for your website. Google Webmaster Tools will tell you exactly what's happening with your website, how many keywords are coming, what's broken on your website, what's happening. Now, Ahrefs is a very important one as well. That will actually tell you how many backlinks that you've actually got out there and how many are actually doing damage to your actual website. Google, I don't mind backlinks as long as they're quality. A couple of years ago, or actually a year ago, when you got your SEO done, all people did was go and put you on the Miley Cyrus business directory, and Google goes, oh, your website's out there in all these different crappy directories, and said, hey, we're going to rank you higher. And then all of a sudden they made that big change in September last year. the people that had been doing that, their websites were no longer existence on Google, and they got punished. And it's taken a couple of client sites a good 4 to 5 months to rectify all of that work that's been done. And most of their work came from the website. Literally 95% of their business came from their website, and overnight it actually got smashed straight away. It's very important that you actually check what's happening with these actual tools. And let me just take you through a couple of them really easy. Google Analytics comes in with your um, uh, YouTube, or sorry, not YouTube account, Google account. The way I get into mine is I just come in here and just type Google Analytics into Google. It comes up, there's Google Analytics there, and effectively, when it comes up, it's showing all the websites. I actually maintain a few of my websites for Google Analytics, but let me just go into mine, Black Belt Business. This is telling me how many page views have happened in the last day. So I've had 25 page views today. I've had 15 new users coming into the session, where they're coming from. You can break it down into their demographics, what age group they actually are. So between 18 and 24, 25 to 34, it gives you so much information about what's actually happening. Because why do we need this? We need this information for the pure fact that we can see who's actually hitting our website and change our website to actually go and hit more of the people that we actually want. Most of the people in their interest categories, 5.49%, come from a sporting, individual sports, running or walking. I'd expect that. Black belt business. People type in the word black belt, they come onto my site. They may be looking for a martial arts school. So you can break this down into so many things. You can look at their behavior, what's actually been happening, new versus returning people to your site. Guys, very, very good thing to do. I'm actually happy to do a webinar or some training on Google Analytics on how to read it, what you should be looking out for, all of that type of stuff. There's some really key things in here that you can actually do. The average people on my site is 1 minute 55, and that's actually quite good. But my bounce rate, i.e., people coming to my site and then leaving, is 80%. That's bad, actually, and I need to get that fixed. So bounce rates having a high percentage is actually not good at all. So we go from there. Now, I've got a question here. What are backlinks? Backlinks is, for instance, if your website is on TrueLocal, you go into TrueLocal, and guys, if you don't know, for the Americans or New Zealanders, if you don't have TrueLocal over there, I'm not too sure. They're like a business directory. You go and put www.rampant.com.au, for instance, Nikki, onto business sites like TrueLocal and all of that type of stuff. And what it does is Google goes, hey, there's a reference source to your website. Let's go and let's say, hey, look, that's a really good referring website. Let's go and do it. The more people that actually put up your website in their social media platform, the better. You will get a lot of good rankings from that and a lot of good ratings for that. So really good on backlinks, guys. Now, I need to be very careful, and basing on what I'm talking about here and the questions that I'm getting, I would love to do a webinar just on Google Analytics, Webmaster Tools, and all of these tools, guys. So can I actually keep moving if that's okay with you? And I'd like to share a whole heap of stuff with you in a different type of webinar, and actually educate you on all the stuff that you could be looking at. Or vice versa, guys. Go and find someone to actually monitor these and tell you what you actually need to get changed. And that could be a good way to do it. Guys, Webmaster Tools goes into a bit more details. For instance, it will actually tell you the keywords that most people are actually searching me for. At the moment, business is a massive, significant keyword. Belts, black, so black belt business, of course. Training, management, blogs. So these are all the keywords that are actually being found out there. These are all the URLs that are removed off my website, and I don't have any. All the different search traffic that's actually happening, all the links to my site. So, who links the most to my site? There's 270 links out there to blackbeltbusiness.com.au. There's 167 links out there for Black Belt Your Business, how your data is linked. It's all about the About Us. So this actually gives you an insight on what's happening out there in the world of the World Wide Web. So very, very good, useful tools. I'll actually organize another webinar just based on learning these tools. More than happy to actually do that for you guys. Now, the other one is Ahrefs. Now, remember I said about a website? Who would like to share their website? And I can actually throw it up on here. Just whack it in the questions. Ahrefs.com. This is all your backlinks. You can do it for free. So I'm looking for someone that, I know some people put their website in their questions before. But let's actually go and have a look at all the different backlinks. Who would like to share their websites in here, guys? Everyone's scared. I can go and put mine on there. I'm not too fussed. All right. Thank you, Robbie. Essence for you. So let's go and have a look at what's happening for Essence for you and all the different backlinks out there, and if you've got any or not. Okay, so you've got 69 links out there referring, and in April, you actually had a massive, massive jump. So on the 26th of April, you had less than 25 happening, 7 actually, and then all of a sudden on the 28th of April, bang, you've now got 113 referring pages. So what's happened is Google have gone out there and gone, wow, this is what's happening. You've got none on Google Plus referring. You've got no one on Twitter talking about you. You've got no one on Facebook talking about you. And Facebook likes. No one's talking about you. So immediately you can actually see what's actually happening. Let's go and have a look at Rampant. Thanks, Nikki. Sally, I know you've got your website there. I do need to probably speed it up a tiny bit. Oh, I've reached my daily limit. Sorry, guys. All right. Go and have a look at Ahrefs. It will tell you exactly what's happening, who's linking for you, and this will tell you if Google's going bad or not. If all of a sudden my Google analytics is down, I quickly go and have a look at Ahrefs for myself, and I go, oh my goodness, look at that. There's been a massive drop in backlinks, which means Google is saying, you know what, I don't like these backlinks here anymore. There is a science to it. If you find the right SEO person, they're really good at actually getting you the right links. If you're in, let's say, in America, and then you're going putting sites and links in European sites, but you've got a local business, and Google knows if you got a local business or not, then you're going to be punished. Google are not going to like you. So it's a really good way to actually find out what's happening. And if we actually ran down on Robbie's side here, it will actually tell you a whole heap of all information. What are the anchors? You can see Robbie is the main word for what's happening on your side as well, all the different phrases, and then who's actually and where they're being linked from. So, some really cool stuff there that you can actually go and find out. So sorry, Edie and Sally and Nikki, I can't bring up all the sites. As you can see, it is a free version, but you can actually register and get 3 or 4 things at a time. Now, guys, let me just go to the next page, and I'm just going to not speed up a tiny bit. Actually, let me use, I'll use Rampant's site for the next one, and then Sally, I'll use yours for the next one after that. Now, one of the things you also want to look at here is how fast your site actually works. The slower your site, the less likely people are going to continue on. And I have a feeling that the reason why I've got so many bounces is because of my site is too slow. There's this site called pingdom.com. And it will actually tell you how quick your site is actually working out there. Where are we? Okay. Where is test my site now? No. I don't want to go and sign up, guys. I just want to test my site. It was here earlier. No, I don't want to do that. All right, let me go do it a different way, guys. Sorry. On hold music. Test website speed. There we go. Tools.pingdom.com. Okay, make sure you go to tools.pingdom.com, guys. Whack in your website in there, test now. Okay, so what this will actually do is go and have a look at how long it takes for you to actually load your website, how big are the files that are being downloaded. And as you can see here, it tells you how you're ranked. Your website is faster than 53% of your tested websites, Nikki. You're a 72 out of 100. You want to try and make that 80 over 100, and that will put you up there, and it takes 3 seconds for your site to load. Your page size is 463.6. And then it actually goes into an analytics on what you actually need to do to fix it. So it actually looks at, your page analysis, what errors there may be in the page, and it actually takes you into a whole heap of stuff. So your site is actually really, really, really very, very well structured. Considering last time I did my test was around about 6 seconds for my page, and I'm actually working on speeding up mine as we speak. So, Sally, if we just have a quick look at yours, it's testing it from New York. And as you can see, the load time here at the moment may not be your site, by the way. It could be mine because I'm doing a very big webinar and I've got a lot of websites open. I'm using a lot of stuff. You can see here that it's, that load time is absolutely massive, but that might not be the case. You can see that it's only in the top 6%. But again, there's nothing wrong with that, Sally. It could be my system. Guys, go and check it out on your own. Some really good things here that you can actually check out to actually speed it up. A couple of the other ones is GTmetrix, and guys, Copyscape. Copyscape is really important to make sure no one's copying your website. If you go and write a whole heap of content or go and borrow content from someone else, Google is going to penalize you for that. So Copyscape, I think it's copyscape.net, but just go into Google and type in Copyscape, and that will actually show you if your content is legit and there's a unique content. One of my clients has been number one in Google for a very, very long time. Got into Copyscape, put his content in there, and found that 60 other companies had actually copied, or 60 other websites around the world had copied word for word his content, and I mean word for word, and even some stole the pictures as well. So guys, have a look to make sure you're not infringing on copy when you're actually doing that. Now, the last tool that I actually want to show you, and this is really good for you guys, is Rank Checker. It's a Firefox tool, Rank Checker. This will actually tell you, Edie, what would be a keyword of yours, by the way? So, Edie, can you let me know a keyword that you'd like to be showing up there? If you don't mind. Are we looking at beauty, skincare? Are we looking at something like that? Let me just go beauty. I'll just write the word beauty as a keyword. Oops. Beauty. Add. Is there any other keyword you like to be shown for? Let's go skin. Great. Skin. Oh, typing in the wrong area. Guys, I'm going to go over it probably about 5 minutes. I do apologize. Just bear with me a second. Okay, so guys, at the end of the day on this site, this will actually tell you whereabouts you're ranked in Google, Yahoo, and Bing for particular keywords. So this can actually help you see if you are ranked, and you can come and check this on every day and see what's actually happening. So at the moment, this doesn't look like for those keywords that you're actually ranked. But if you typed in skin America, skin USA, or skin in a location, or skincare, or something like that, you can actually do it. So Rank Checker is another tool that you might want to use to get that done. All right, lot to it, I know. Hopefully we're all good. All right, let's go to number 6. I'm not going to maximize my screen, guys. Look, social media and linking. I think I've stressed enough that if you can actually get your website out on social media, Google Plus, Google loves Google Plus, Google loves YouTube. Get your links out on social media. If you start doing that, you'll find that your rankings will go up. Have your friends talk about your sites. Get them to actually do um, stuff like that. So, at the end of the day, and sorry, Edie, I'm not putting you on the spot, and don't worry if you're not ranked. It just means there's some, if you're ranked number 1, there's not much more that you can do to your site except maintain. If you're not ranked, it's time to go and smash it and get ranked. That's all I can say. So, I think it's a good thing not being ranked out there. So, let's get back to social media. You can actually put all your social media links on, and for instance, here's a good way to have a look at social media. And if you're running WordPress, there's some really really, really good plugins that are so simple to use. Go and share this page on your social media on Pinterest and all of that. Share your images on Pinterest. Share all of them on Facebook or like us on Facebook. If we have a look at other sites here at the bottom, there's always share your hunting experience. If I click on that, that will automatically take me to my Facebook page. Hopefully there's no naughty jokes on there from a few of my friends. That's not going to be good. And effectively, I can actually come in and actually type some wording in here, share this link, and it automatically shares it out there. Doing a great webinar showing off social media linking. Awesome stuff. Woohoo! I'm going to share that link now, and AB's Honey has just gone onto my timeline. So, put that throughout your site. And again, there's some really good plugins, the ones that I use. And if you go to WordPress, again, there's others for Joomla and all of that type of stuff, and all the other CMSs out there. Time. My internet's being smashed. The ones that I actually use is one here called Simple Share Buttons Adder. That goes throughout all your posts, your home pages, your pages, and actually puts them up there. And the other one that I use is a Facebook like box, and that is the one that you'll see on most of the sites that I actually do, which is these ones here. Remember, I brought up that website that looked very big, and they had the social media box. That's exactly the same one there. So that's a Facebook social plugin. If you're actually a WordPress user, again, there are other ones for other CMSs. I'm not too sure the ones for Wix and all of that, but some really cool stuff there. All right, next point. Hopefully social media is good, guys. Sorry, I'm speeding up to. So number 7, marketing. Marketing your website. Very, very important to understand a few things. Video is now starting to be the number one preferred content for content marketing. Blog posts are still way up there. Slideshows. If you do PowerPoint presentations, SlideShare is a good marketing tool, guys. I have over 2,000 people now that have actually seen my past webinars on SlideShare. So really, really good thing. Now, getting it out there, guys. One, a good SEO campaign is extremely important. And one tool that I actually want to share with you, if you haven't done it yet, is WordPress SEO. If you're running WordPress, it's done by Yoast. Yoast, and what that does is helps you do your own search engine optimization on the pages. So it's very, very easy to use. If you go and do a blog post or something like that, again, my website is being smashed, or my internet usage is being smashed at the moment. Here's the About Us page. On each of the pages, you can actually use this SEO Yoast to actually say what you want Google to do with your page. Where is it? Have I hidden it? I probably have hidden it. Content protection. All right. That's awesome. Well, that worked well, didn't it? Where's my Yoast gone? All right. Let me go and have a look at my post. Sorry, guys. It was there before. I've probably turned it off while getting ready for this webinar. I did see it. Come on. Let's go. I know you guys need to go. We're only a couple of more minutes, guys. All right. Looks like I've turned my Yoast off, but what it actually does, it actually enables you to find out what's actually happening on your search engine optimization. It actually takes you through and actually asks you what keywords do you want this page to pick up? How many of those keywords are actually in there? Have you got images with the keywords on there? Have you done this? Have you done that? It actually tells you exactly what you should be doing on your site for search engine optimization, and it tells you whether it's good, bad, or different. So if I go and have a look at, let me just choose AB's Honey site here, and he's got a great page called Manuka. it will actually tell you if you're actually good and ranked on your search engine optimization. So at the moment, it's an orange dot on his SEO, which means that it probably needs a bit more ranking. So here it is here, SEO by Yoast. Here is the keyword. What title do you actually want to show in there? What is the meta description? And as you can see here, it will tell you article heading, yes, page title, yes, page URL, yes, content. There's 23 words of Manuka. So it's saying it's good, but if you look at page analysis, it actually says that the keyword is 5.6, which is over the advised 4.5. So it's actually saying you're using the keyword way too much, and Google doesn't like you repeating keywords. This copy score is that, which means it's too difficult to read, so there's probably too long of sentences. There's no outbound links to the page, considering putting some links to Manuka or something like that on there. So these will actually tell you how you can set up your SEO yourself for a marketing perspective and all of that. So there's some really, really good tools, but honestly, guys, getting out there, get your website out there by using newsletters, emails. If you're going for an email newsletter, I see a lot of people put the newsletter in a whole big, massive email and put it all in the email. No, just put a little excerpt of what you actually want to talk about with a read more button, and then take that to a page on your website. One, that builds content. Two, it gets the person to your particular website. And if you've got good call to actions and commitment objectives, you will see it happen. And a perfect example of that, a lot of you guys have come from, I did some Facebook advertising to promote this webinar. A few of you guys have come from Facebook advertising. Then you've looked at my site. Then you've downloaded the free time management course that I've actually got. So out of all the 70 people that registered, I got 10 people sign up to my free time management course. All because we've got those call to actions on your site and we're getting them to actually do something. So reality is marketing your website and getting out there. I'd be doing stuff like YouTube, doing some YouTube videos, doing your company website and blogs, having blogs on your website, your Facebook pages, let people know about it, Pinterest, Twitter, all your social media content is actually really cool. And if you've got a really good database in the back end, guys, it's important to link a good database in the system. It's really good. When you guys signed up to my webinar, it automatically went into my database. You can use stuff like MailChimp and all of that, and then that automatically sent out emails, automatically registered you with GoToMeeting. It did everything in the background. So if you can find stuff to do that, it's gonna make your life easier. And I know this is now getting a bit technical, but again, guys, getting out there, personally, I would go Yoast SEO. There's some more tools like Lead Pages. Go and have a research of that. Blogging, content, videos, and that will get your website up there. It will get your SEO working, and it's amazing on what you focus on what will actually happen. So, guys, I'm a couple of 7 minutes over. Guys, as I said, I don't want to sell. I want to give you some information, but go and check out Black Belt websites. I can actually create everything that we've spoken about here. I can put that into a responsive website for you where you can change it yourself. You'll get all videos yourself, all for $499. I use those templates that I was talking about, and you will actually have a site that just looks phenomenal. Very, very less is more type of feel with all your social media links, with all your call to actions, with all your linking, and you'll just have an incredible site for $499 as long as you provide the pictures and the content, guys. So if you want to get that done, just email me. Happy to actually have a chat to you about it. I do have US pricing, by the way, so there is a US pricing on the website. And let's just make it happen, guys. There's so many things that you could probably be doing on your website to have fun. So before I actually leave any of the website information or any webinars, sorry for going a bit over time. Guys, what was the number one thing you got out of today? If there was one thing that you got out of today, guys, what was it? What are you going to implement? What is the things you're actually going to be doing? If you don't mind, just whack it in the questions box there. I'd love to hear to make sure you got some value and some of it. SEO is critical for businesses, guys, at the end of the day. And by the way, if you want me to put you onto a couple of SEO gurus, I've got a couple in America, I've got a couple in Australia, and I can find someone in New Zealand for you if you need to. Less is more is critical. get me to build a website. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. The sales funnel is important, definitely. You need to learn a lot more. This works. Yep. Rewatch it, guys. Write down all of those tips. The only way I learn all of this stuff is ask questions and just went in and started playing with it. So, um, yeah, the Google Analytics stuff is important, Rebecca. Very important. Keep updating your website. More videos, SEO, and less is more, guys. I think that's really important to understand. And Kate, yours will be done. Give me about 3 days and you'll have a new website. So, no problem, Sally. Um, Excellent. All right, guys. I'm glad you got some value. I will have the recording up probably tomorrow, if that's okay, guys. I've got a fairly busy day ahead of me. So, guys, tomorrow I'll email out the recordings and have them all up ready for you to see. I want to say thank you very much for being a great audience, and really looking forward to seeing where you go. And if you do need anything, just email away. I'm really happy to help you out. Ask any questions you want, guys, and don't worry about charges and anything like that. Happy to help, guys, because then you're going to tell on social media you met this awesome guy that will help you out, and next thing you know, we grow your business that way. So, guys, have a good one. And if you did enjoy the webinar, please whack it up on Facebook for me and say you did enjoy the webinar, and check out the recording tomorrow at this location. So, guys, have a good one, and I will catch up with you guys shortly. Bye for now.